think we can get going. We have most of you back. So welcome again. As always, I'm Emily Weiler with the Montana Public Health Training Center. I'm here with Kat Hepburn, our training coordinator as well. And we're excited for, again, part 2 of these ADA compliant documents. And today we're covering PDFs, which to me can be very tricky. So I am super excited to learn today. Very glad to have you all here. If you have any questions or technical difficulties, no worries, reach out and use the chat. Me and Kat will be here the whole time, and we'll be monitoring that to make sure that nothing gets missed. And with that, I'm just going to turn it over to Wissam and Michelle.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Wissam Rahim, and I'm the Accessible Technology and Media Design Specialist at the Rural Institute in the University of Montana. English is my second language, so I have kind of weird accent. So if you have any trouble to understand me, just let me know. And Michelle, she will help you.
I will translate.
Okay, good.
Broken English.
Yeah.
It's a running joke. I'm not being mean.
I know. Okay, today we will talk about the accessible PDF, how we are going to create as much as we can accessible PDF. I mean, there is no 100% accessible document, but we are trying our best to achieve the 100%. So first, for the long time, that the PDF, which is it's a shortcut of portable document format, have been used since long time, and they are very useful for a variety of purpose, like including like the sharing the documents between different operating system like Microsoft or an Apple device, without affecting the formatting or being easily printable. And it's very useful to share documents such as memos or recipes, receipts, invoices. However, there is like a critical recognized limitation for using the PDF that we need to consider. The things that we need to know about not using the PDF, or it's trying to avoid using PDF, is first, like the PDF files are frequently inaccessible. So if we are not making the PDF accessible, then usually by default it's not. Most of the PDFs are out of date because it's not like an online page that we frequently update. If we done one PDF file and we send it to somebody, then that's it. If we update it, we have to send another PDF and so on. They are not compatible with the mobile device, and to access any PDF file, it requires many steps. Like first, we need to go. If it's like online, we need to go to that page, then download the PDF, then we have to have the Acrobat reader, then we need to open the PDF. The last thing is you have no control over the distribution of the circulation of PDF files. Like if you, as I said, if you have a PDF and you send it to somebody, then they will save it. If you want to change something or to update the file, then you have to send it again. For example, I have a restaurant and we have an old menu, and I make it as a PDF, which is, it's a big mistake. And people, they keep calling me about, about one of the items in the menu. And I said, it's not available. They said, it's there in the menu. I said, this is, yeah, the old one. We need to update it. So it's always better to, like, if you know that the document, it's frequently updated, you don't share it as a PDF. Okay. there's few things that we need to consider before creating any PDF files. And we need to, the first thing that we need to question ourselves, do we need to really create a PDF or not? So the first thing is don't do it if you don't need it. So if you don't need to share the file as a PDF, we can always avoid sharing the files as a PDF for the reasons that we already, like I said in the previous slide. So is it like we need to consider a few things that the first thing is the contents for the PDF file are frequently updated. If it's yes, then we have, we should do other options like either a web page if it's like a digital content, or a Word document if it's accessible Word document, rather than doing the PDF file, because creating a accessible PDF request, it's time consumed, and to do the accessibility, it will take a little bit of time. Any changes, we have to do the whole thing from the beginning again. If it's the file or the document, if it's more than 5 pages, then it will be good idea to make it as a PDF. Like if it's a manual, or if it's like a policy document or any kind of these big documents, then sharing the files as a PDF, it will be a good idea. Is the document that you are going to share it for, is it going to be a for printing purpose or just like digitally used? If it's printing used, then PDF is a good option, because as I said, the format, everything will not be changed from like using Microsoft Office or using Apple or any other kind of devices. So if you are planning to share like a brochure or a leaflet or any kind of printed material, you should share it, or it's a good idea to share it as a PDF. But if it's like something that you need to share it as a digital only, like for reading, then if we have another option like a web page or Microsoft Word, then it will be easier to do that. The other things that we need to consider is it the document that you want to share, is it for social media? If it's for social media like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or any other kind of social media platforms, then it's good to not do it in PDF, because it's not compatible with these platforms. And the other thing is, if it's like your document, you want it to be protected by a password, then it's good idea to use a PDF, because you can add always like a protection or like kind of password to open it. Is there any question? Is there everything clear?
I'm also watching the chat, so if anyone has a question, feel free to throw it in the chat and I can interrupt with some.
Yeah, sure. Okay. To create any PDF file, accessible PDF file, we have like these kind of steps, like 5 or 6 steps that we need to follow to create the accessible PDF file. The first one, before converting any document to PDF, we need to think about accessibility. So as Michelle, she showed you in the last week presentation how to make the Word document accessible. Always it's good to make your like the document that you want to convert it to PDF accessible as much as you can, because most of the accessibility features will be transferred from, for example, Word to PDF when you convert it to PDF. So if we make our document in Word accessible, then it will be much easier to create an accessible PDF file without doing many other steps. So first, we need to be sure that our Word document is accessible before converted to PDF. The second things that we need to consider, or we need to think about it, if our PDF is it's a fillable form, if it has like fillable fields that we need to submit or we need to create, then there is another kind of procedure to do that in the Acrobat PDF. Another, like we need to add another accessibility elements, like for example, the language, the PDF title, the color contrast, all these things that Michelle, she talked in Word document, plus few more things that we need to think about it before converting any Word document to PDF. And the most important things is how we need to add tagging for all our documents elements. Like if it's like a title, we need to put a tag for that title. If it's an image or if it's in a table, we have to tag all everything in the document. That will make the screen reader to read everything correctly when we convert it to accessible PDF. And the last thing in our like workflow is after doing everything, we need to check the accessibility. And we will talk about this today later. So we need to check to run the accessibility checker, and we will fix any issues in tagging or in other requirements.
Wissam, Kat
Yeah.
has a question.
Mhm.
She said, I have a training manual that I don't update super frequently, but I do update on occasion. It's 100+ pages. Should this be a PDF or should I keep it a Word document?
Yeah, if you are sure that your manual is an Word document is accessible, then it will be very easy to convert it to PDF and share it. But if you are not sure, then we have to make many changes in the PDF. So if you done you work with the Word document and you are sure that it's accessible, then I think so it will be much easier to convert it to PDF and share it. Because if you share it as a Word, as I said, maybe the format will changes. If the font is missing in the other computer, it will mess up all the layout that you've done already. So always is, if it's like more than 5 or 10 pages, it's good to share it as a PDF, accessible PDF. Okay. So we will talk about how to convert files from one format to PDF. So first we will talk about how to convert a document file that we used Microsoft Office and how to convert it to PDF. The first step, and we keep saying that we need to create an accessible Word document. And Michelle, she talked about this in previous training. And we need to be sure everything is accessible, like it's accessible, like the heading, the paragraphs, tables, alt text for images. Everything is 100% accessible, and we can run the accessibility check in Word document and to be sure that everything is correct before doing or before converted to PDF. I think so, Michelle, she mentioned that, but I will say it again, that we should not convert the file from Word to PDF using a print, like print as PDF. That will not carry any accessibility features from Word to PDF. So the correct way to do that is to either file save as PDF, or if you have downloaded the Acrobat Pro, then you will have an extra ribbon in the toolbar called Acrobat ribbon. Then from there you have to create as a PDF. This is the ribbon that I was talking about. If you install your Acrobat Pro in your computer, you will have this extra ribbon in your toolbar. So from there you can create PDF. Then we need to be sure that the options, we need to click on the options, then we need to tick on the enable accessibility and reflow with the tag about PDF. So this is very important step, and you have to do it only one time, and then it will be in your default setting. Before creating any, before converting the file, the Word document from Word to PDF, we need to go to options and be sure that this is ticked. So all the accessibility that you've done in your document, it will pass through to the PDF file. If it's not ticked, then maybe it will miss few of tagging or few of like heading or any other kind of accessibility requirements. Any question? So I think I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but to create an accessible PDF, you need to have the Adobe Acrobat Professional or DC. The Adobe Reader cannot do that. I mean, the Adobe Reader, it's just read your PDF. So you need the Adobe Acrobat Professional to do the steps that we are going to talk about. So the previous slide, I showed you how to create or how to save the Word document to PDF. Then now we have, if you receive any a document file and it's an image, like it's a scanned document, it's not a Word document that you or somebody else created and save it as a PDF and send it to you. It's only like a document, they scan it and send it to you, and you need to do it accessible PDF. There is a way to do that in Adobe Acrobat Professional, is to convert the image or the text, scanned text, to a real text, like a selectable text, and you can edit it or copy and paste from that text. To do that, we need to go to the Adobe Acrobat Professional, and there is Action Wizard that we can find in Tools, Action Wizard, and I will show you in a minute how to do that in one of the documents. And then we choose the Make Accessible, and then we start the wizard from there. And we need to follow all the steps to convert the scanned document to PDF. Okay, so this one here is the same document that Michelle used last week in her training session. I just printed and scanned it. So it's, as you see, it's a scanned copy. It's not a document, real document. So, but because I did it through the Acrobat DC Pro, you can see I can select the text. That's mean now it's converted from image to text, and this they call it OCR, converting image to text. The PDF have the new PDF, the new Acrobat have this features now that you can scan and convert to OCR. So if we go to tools and select the wizard here, then go to make accessible. And this is the file that we are going to do it accessible. Start. And it will take you like step by step. So we start checking. Enable editing. So now it's already converted to text, but we have many issues here, and we will talk about this later. So I choose scanned, and for the scanned copy, it doesn't have any accessibility, doesn't have any tags, it doesn't have any logical reading order because it comes from scan to PDF. But if we have this one created in Word document and we've done all accessibility, we will not see any of these issues here. Okay, any question? It's a little bit not complicated, but it's too many things to remember. But if you like start using it, it will be much easier when you try it by yourself. Okay. Now after like creating or converting our Word document or scanned document to PDF, we need to check the PDFs that we are creating, if it's accessible or not. To do that, we need to open our document in Acrobat Professional DC, not in Acrobat Reader. And then we can go to accessibility and then check accessibility or accessibility check. Then we start do the checking. And this steps will show you, will scan all the document and will show you, I will give you the results of any issues or any another extra steps that you need to do to make your PDF file accessible. So it's only like 2 steps. You need to go to select your file, choose accessibility, and click on accessibility check. Then it will go through the accessibility check. After going through the accessibility check, you will see this report. And it will show you if there is any issues in your document or any easy fix that you can do. And you can see 3 different kinds of icons. The first one and the most important one is the red circle with the X sign. This one means this things you need to fix. It's not something that you can ignore or skip. If you see something like this next to your item, then you have to fix it. The other icon or sign is the green check. This is very good. I mean, if you see more than this, then your file is it's good, and you don't need to do anything about it. And you can see like maybe a couple of the blue circle with the question mark. This one means that the accessibility checker cannot check for this items, and you have to do it manually. The two things that you need to do manually is the logical reading order and the color contrast. So to do that, and Michelle, she talked about already about the color contrast. You need to be sure that you are using the color checker, contrast checker before doing the accessibility check. So these are the issues that we had in our document here, and there's some with the X mark that we need to fix, and there is many things to need to be fixed in this document. And there is some which is like with the blue circle with the question mark that we need to manually do it. So to fix any one of these issues, we can go right click on any one of these accessibility issues, and we can find this drop down menu, and we can either go fix this issue if it's available, or we can, if we don't know how to fix it, well, then we can go to explain, and it will take us to the online manual, and it will show us the steps how to fix this issue. And there is like check again after you fixing the issue. You can check it again if it's okay now or not, or show a report. Then it will show you the report, what is the issue and where is it and how to fix it. So for this one, let's say we go and fix it. Sometimes it's automatically fixed. You just need to click on fix, or sometimes you need an extra step to fix that. So as I mentioned, there's you can see in the menu like fixed, skip rule, explain, check again, show report options. And usually I do fix, and if I cannot fix it, then if something that I know how to do it, I will do it. Otherwise, I will go to explain. Then it will take me to Acrobat PDF website, the Adobe website, and it will show me step by step how to fix this issue. Any question? Okay. The common error or common issue that you can see in each PDF file is the title. We need a title for our PDFs. I'm not talking about the heading, like the main title of the PDF, but I'm talking now about the file itself. Like this document, it's for example, a manual of how to use the Acrobat PDF. So we need to put a title for that document itself. So when the screen reader start reading that PDF, it will tell you what kind of file and who created and the other details. To fix this, the title issue, we have two kinds of fix. Let me just open another. Accessibility check, start checking. So here it's showing that the title is filled, and we need to fix this one. So the first step, we have to go to File, Properties, and we go to Description tab here, and we put the title and the author. The second thing we need to do is go to Initial View tab, and we have to select the document title, not the file name, because the screen reader will read only document title. And then select OK. So just by clicking on Fix, it's automatically fix it. This is the easiest fix in PDF. So here's the steps. You go to File, Properties, then change the title and select Show Document Title, not the file name. Any question? So there is the document title. It's different than the document header. The document title, it's represent the document by itself altogether. What is it? And most people they put the file name as the title, so we can use the same. Okay, the other common manual check that we need to do is the color contrast, and I think so Michelle, she already talked about it and last week. We need to have the rating to be the color contrast pass. We need to have the 4.5/1. So if we are above this one, then we are good to go. If the number is less, then we have to play with the colors until we got this number. So, and there is different kind of contrast checker and color contrast analyzer that already Michelle, she already talked about it last week. Okay. As I mentioned in the beginning of presentation, the most important things in the accessibility is how is tagging the PDFs. So we need to tag each item in our PDF. Tagging is like telling the screen reader what to read. Like, for example, if he's reading the screen reader reading any document, so when it reaches one of the titles, and it will tell you, for example, heading 2, blah, 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 then go to paragraph. Then if there is an image, it will tell you that this is an image and this is the alt text. All this, they call it tagging. So without any tag, the screen reader will not read anything. So we have to tag everything in our document to make it accessible. And usually, if you convert your file from Word document to PDF, and you did the accessibility in your Word document, then when you convert it to PDF, it will do the automatic tagging. So any image will tag as an image, any header will tag as a header, and so on. That's why we are always saying, be sure that your Word document is accessible before converted to PDF. If it's not, then we have to fix the tagging issue in Acrobat Pro. And there is different methods to do that. The first one is enable tagging, like there is auto tag, which is we can go from the tools, accessibility, auto tag, and the PDF will create tags for each items. Or we can go to tools, accessibility, reading order, and we have to create the tags one by one. And this is like, it will be, it will take too much time, and it's like a time consuming. And the other step is to go to navigation panes and select tags and create tags from there as well. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. So that's why we always encourage people to create an accessible document before converted to PDF, so you can avoid all this tagging steps. And for me, I'm not using Word too much to create a PDF files. I'm using InDesign. And InDesign has many accessibility features that I can do in InDesign before converted to PDF. So I will be sure that everything, all our accessibility requirements, it's done in InDesign before converted to PDF. So I will not go through all these steps to create tags or to fix items. So as I said, there is you can either do auto tag documents from here. So the Acrobat Pro will create tags for you, or you go to reading order and create tags for each one of these items. And as I said, it's time consuming. So we have to select this one, and this one is heading 2. I go and check heading 2, and so on. For each item, I have to select it and select from here what kind of item is this one. Is it heading 1, a paragraph, image, table, figure? And the other method is going to tag panel here and create manually creating a tag, like a new tag, and select what kind of tags is it, give it a name, and this is a very long process. So and I keep saying again, like creating accessible Word document and convert it to PDF will be much easier than tagging and do other accessibility requirements in PDF itself. Okay. The other things that after doing the tagging, all other accessibility requirements, the alt text for images, the heading, everything, we need to check the logical reading order. I think so, Michelle, she talked about how to do that in PowerPoint, and she mentioned that it's from down to top, like it will read first the title, but we have to put in the bottom, then the next. It will be like the reading order from down to bottom. But in PDF, it's the other way. it's from top to down and left to right. So if we have a document has, let's say, like a title, and we know that's the first thing they need to be read is the title, then the subtitle if there is subtitle, heading 1, paragraph, heading 2, subtitle, and so on. So and then the chart if there is an image. So we have to check the reading order for the document before send it, or before saying that our document is 100% accessible. So the screen reader will read the items by order. So for example, here, if I go, this is first, second, third. This is a correct reading order. So we don't need till now change anything. If we know that maybe this one should be shouldn't be here, like for example, if this one was like I go through, then it's jumped to bullet list from here to there, and I know that this is not the correct order, so we can just drag and drop until we know that it's in correct order, or we can just cat and paste after the correct order. Like now I know that there is a list, paragraph, then the title, then a list. So to do that, as I said, if your file is in Word document is accessible, like let's say 90% of your document will be accessible as well if you convert it to PDF. But sometimes if it's not, then we have to check the reading order and fix it as well. Any question? I put some resources for you, like the PDF accessibility, how to do that. I mean, for more details, and how to create accessible PDF and accessible tables. Same thing with Michelle, she mentioned last week, the tables is like a nightmare for the Word document. Same thing in PDF. If you have too many tables in your PDF, then it will be too much work to do it accessible. So if you feel like you can avoid any table and make it on like normal text or paragraphs, that will make your life easier. If you have very complicated table with many like many rows and many sub rows and many columns, and you can make this table easier, or even divided for split the table in 2 or 3 tables, then that will make the accessibility much easier. If you want to make your document looks better or nicer just by adding a table, because you can make borders or the background different colors, then you have to avoid this one, because the auto tagging, it will tag that one as a table and it will confuse the screen reader. So always we have to avoid tables if it's not required. Yeah, I think so. I'm like done with the with the most of the important things in the converting documents to PDF. If you have any question or any concern, please let me know now, or you can just send me an email anytime. And I will share with you the accessible PDF file for the presentation.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Michelle? Anybody have
I
any
think
questions?
so. Good job, Wissam. We are ending early, which is always awesome. Someone did say great presentation, so good job. If anyone has any questions, I know this is a lot of information, and sometimes once you start getting into your PDF and doing this, you're like, I can't remember what they said. This makes no sense. I've been there. That's why I don't present on PDFs. And so, you know, we're here to ask questions. Wissam is going to send the PDF out so you can kind of go back and reference that. But if you get to a slide that doesn't make a lot of sense, or you can't remember what was said about that, we're available. Probably email, wouldn't you say, Wissam, is the easiest, the quickest for us to get back to you. If you just email a quick question and say, hey, I was in your presentation, this is what I'm running across.
It's always good to refer to one of like either YouTube or like the Adobe help page, because I'm working on this since more than 2 years and still I'm struggling with few things. So whenever I need something, I have to go and do my own research, how to fix stuff, because it's so complicated and it's time consumer, and you need to here at the office I have a procedure, and like if they want to make any accessible PDF, I need to be sure that they are 100% about their document and they don't want to do any more changes after doing the PDF, because you cannot, if you change something in your PDF, you have to go through everything from the beginning. So it's so painful. So imagine like working in 100 pages document and then there is a mistake or something, and you have to go through all the accessibility check, tagging, reading orders again. That will be a nightmare. So always I send 2-3 emails to be sure that everything is okay. Are you sure? Can you sign on this one that there is nothing to change anymore? So after all this, then I can change it to PDF, and yeah. So be
Just
sure that
remembering always to keep your Word document. Keep the original. That's key here. If you're leaving and you're turning your job over to the next person, make sure they know where those Word documents are, because that's, I would say, one of the biggest barriers is changeover in staff and not knowing where that Word document is and then starting that all over. Like Kat said, there's a 100-page document. What happens to that? You know, does somebody rewrite a 100-page document because they don't want to make the PDF accessible? So it's possible, but if you keep your original Word document, all of this is going to be a lot easier as you make changes.
Yeah, exactly.
Michelle, did you see there's a question in the chat?
Oh, okay. So from a user standpoint, does the document somehow signal that it is accessible? Is there a standard language to include like this? Like this document is built with accessibility in mind. If you encounter issues, contact us at blah, blah, blah. Is this done? Wissam, you'll have to answer that.
Yeah. Just let me see, where is it?
You know, I think when you put out documents, you can say this document is accessible. You can say basically what you said, that you're willing to make changes, but you're putting it out there accessible. I don't know that there's a standard. I think the standard is make it accessible. And assume everyone's making their documents accessible. That's my hope.
Yeah,
Is that-
and usually, like for me as an extra step, I just when I run the document through screen reader, so I will be sure that it's accessible before send it. But this one, it's again, it's not it's not a must, but you can download the MVA screen reader. It's free and it's very good, and like 80% of the blind people or low vision people, they are using MVA.
And Paul mentioned that sometimes if you have a screen reader installed, a window will come up. That's true. A lot of times if someone is already using a screen reader, I mean, they're going to know instantly if it's accessible. And so putting a disclaimer on there, I don't know if it's necessary, just because usually screen readers are pretty vocal and they'll let you know, hey, that's not accessible. Because they can't access the material, so it's understandable. So, no, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is there any other questions? Like they said, I will make sure to send out an email too when we have the recording. We'll send out any resources. I'll make sure that everyone in this group has emails for both presenters. So if there are those questions, and we really appreciate you guys answering those questions, because it's a lot different when you're looking at your PDF and you're confused. So I'm really glad that you guys can help with that. I just put a link to a quick evaluation survey in the chat. So if you can take a moment and just give us a holler on how the training went, we certainly appreciate that feedback, and I like to pass that on to our trainers.
Can I do one more thing?
Yeah.
So because we have some extra time, I just want to mention, if you don't know much about Montech, it's worth looking at our website. We provide equipment to anybody in the state of Montana with a need. So we do not require proof of a disability. If you have carpal tunnel and you need a different mouse or a keyboard, we probably have one that you can use. If you're in large group meetings and you can't hear or you can't take notes, we probably have equipment that can help you. So that would be a call to either me in Missoula or Marlena in Billings, and we can help you figure out what you need. Or you can go on to our website. Thank you, Emily. I'm just gonna share my screen real quick. And you can come over here to borrow equipment. So just go to Montech Missoula or use this link Emily threw in, and then you can scroll through here and see all of the equipment we have available. So if you have a kiddo or a grandkid that's having trouble with behavior or trouble with writing, you can borrow things for them. We pay shipping to and from you. So there's no cost to you at all to try this equipment. It's really like a library where you try before you buy. We can do separate presentations for your organization on just Montech and how those tools can help you. So keep that in mind. This was just our document training, but we can do other trainings on how can Montech benefit you and your clients or your staff or your coworkers. So you can just scroll through here, see all the different things we have. Like say you need help fishing, we can click on fishing here, and we have like this one-arm fishing pole. So you can see this one says waitlist, so it's already checked out, but we just have all this different, I mean, of course, fishing was a bad one to click on. But let's see, we'll try computer accessories. So we have, some microphones, some conference microphones, desktop webcam. So these are all things that you could borrow for a conference. Once you find something that you want, you come down here and you proceed to checkout. After you've made an account over here on the side, it says create account. And it's a really easy process. But if you don't know what you need, but you think you might need something, we probably have it. You can just call and we'll walk you through it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Just curious, you mentioned like it's kind of like a library, you can sort of check things in out kind of thing. How long can somebody have like equipment for?
So most of our equipment is 30 days. It's really important if it says wait list to put your name on the wait list, because if that person says, hey, I'm getting funding, or I have one ordered and I'm waiting for it, we'll let them keep it another 30 days. But if you're on the wait list, we will not, and we'll get it sent to you. So we usually do up to like 2 renewals, so which would be an equivalent of 3 months, but we say 30 days. We do have some equipment that's longer loans, but that would be larger, like therapist approval type things. So standers and gait trainers and stuff like that. So a standard would be 30 days. We do have a bike loan, a trike loan program in Helena. And so anybody could borrow a trike and pick it up in Helena and ride it. And those are 30 days, but if it's for a kiddo in school, they could borrow it longer to use at PE in the winter. Any other questions about Montech in general?
You do good work.
Thank you.
And that's wonderful to know. I didn't even know that your library of items was that big. So very
It's
cool.
like probably 3,000 items, 2 to
That's wonderful.
3,000. Yeah. And we have 5 locations of bikes. So we try to hit across the state, and we just got a grant for accessible kayak launchers. So 5 locations across the state will get those. If you know of a lake in your area that it would be good for, please let us know. That's kind of an area we need to hit on. What I'm kind of thinking is it needs to have 0 entry. It needs to be from wheelchair to boat ramp. They can get to the boat ramp, and then we would attach the dock on there. So, and also if we can find a lake that doesn't allow motorboats, even better, because it's just safer. And you know, there's a few here that we can do, like Alva, Rainy, Harper, Frenchtown, but we would love to get something in your area. So let us know. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all those things. And anytime we get a new equipment, we'll post it on those sites.
Excellent.
We just got a huge grant for adaptive rec. So we have a ton of new adaptive rec equipment, and the website's just fun to go through.
That's really cool and very important. We were just talking about kayaking at the beginning of this call. So
We do have a foldable kayak. It opens like origami.
nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll give you the gift of time back. Like I said, we
Yes.
finished up early. I will send out an email to you guys all right away with contact information and additional resources. But I hope you all have a wonderful Monday.
Thanks for having us.
Take care, everyone.